FilmLife. I'm Kim.
Allie.
I'm Amanda. And today we're gonna do my first time. Ooh! But it's not gonna be sexual, So, basically how this works is that we just set an example of the first time you did blank or whatever, and we tell the story. First scary movie. I can tell you that in full detail. When I was a little kid, and still, pretty sensitive to life, still absorbing everything, my mother left again for a job and left my father to babysit us. Surprise, surprise. And this time, he showed us the movie Legend. Now, you gotta Google this. It's a pretty old movie. There's this part where Satan comes out of the mirror that this girl is looking in, and pretty well depicted and looking Satan. And the moment that he came out of the mirror, I literally just bolted out that room and into my bedroom, and probably if I could have said the Hail Mary 70 times. So that was fun, and my dad had to come in and convince me that Satan wasn't gonna come out of the mirror and snatch me. But I was still afraid of my bathroom mirror for a couple of months.
I've never watched a lot of scary movies. I don't like scary movies. I'm really, really bad when it comes to scary movies. But, me and a bunch of my friends went to our friend Kyle's house. And we were deciding on a movie. The guys are all like, let's watch a scary movie. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch a scary movie. Okay, we'll watch Jaws. Not a scary movie, but I'm an idiot. It ended up being just me and Kyle, and we were dating at the time. We were in the middle of watching it, and I don't do well with jump scares, and I was trying to ask him what was happening because I knew what was going to happen, and he kept telling me, oh no, that's not going to happen, oh no, that's not going to happen. It happened. I jumped out of my seat. I was done. I was done.
So the first scary movie I saw was Saw, and I watched Saw 1 through 5 all in the same weekend. And it wasn't that scary.
And then she went to kill everybody. Okay, Saw 1 through 5, one glorious weekend.
Yeah, I wasn't scared at all, because it's not really a scary movie, it's just like a horror movie.
First video game. I got 2 at the same time. 2 for the price of 1. So, when we were really little, this was way before iPods and all that came out. Anyways, my uncle, Jamie, bought us 2 games. One was this really old, I believe, Nintendo game, and it was literally the big box and the 2 little, rectangle controllers.
So a NES.
Yeah, a NES. Plug into the TV, and it had, maybe 7 games on it, and I just remember me and my brother used to always play the chopstick game, where there was a fly, and if it came close to your chopstick, you had to, mash A, and it would catch it, and whoever had it first. Yeah!
I love how it's
And I just remember me and my brother just standing in front of me, it's like, come on. No! No! Oh! And then the second game my uncle bought us was, DDR.
Oh.
So, it was that too, so I was actually, in my prime, a very good DDR person.
Okay, so I have 2 also, because I don't remember which one happened first. Well, one's a handheld and one's a console anyway, so I guess.
Yeah.
But, I was at my mom's best friend's house, beach house, when I was 2 or 3. And we ended up playing Pokemon Stadium on the Nintendo 64. And then my other one was my cousins came over to my house for my birthday party. And they brought their Game Boy Colors. And this is my first Pokemon game, which, well, they're both Pokemon games.
Yeah, but official.
The first official Pokemon game. He brought over Pokemon Blue, and then he let me keep it. He let me keep the Game Boy Color and the Blue game because he doesn't play them anymore. And I just remember sitting there for hours and hours and hours and just playing that with him while he walked me through the entire thing. And probably one of my best childhood memories.
Well, my first video game was for the Sega Genesis, but I don't remember what it was. So I'm just gonna go with the first game I was given, which was Pokemon Fire Red.
Oh, I want it so bad to be Pokemon Snap.
Oh, I loved that game!
Take pictures of Pokemon!
And that was also when I got my first handheld, which was the Advance SP, Game Boy Advance SP.
And that's how we met.
Yep.
And then,
On the bus.
And then they're a happy couple now.
Touch my clammy hands.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
no, but I met her because she needed help playing Pokemon Fire Red, and we were playing it on the bus on the way home.
No, it was that, and it was also
Emerald.
No, it was Red Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, Red Mystery Dungeon too.
So first time I got severely injured was actually when I was 1. It's another dad story.
Oh,
Typical
no.
Good old dad. And he was changing my brother's doo-doo and stuff, and left me to my own devices. Since my dad wasn't watching me, as a little kid, I decided to test physics and pull a glass lamp, like the little string thing, down really hard. And obviously what happened is that it tipped over and it fell on me. I was crying, my brother was crying, and long story short, I went to the doctors. Obviously I was fine, but left me with 2 little scars near my nose and traumatizing past.
So now you're afraid of lamps.
Yes!
So, first time I ever got injured was I was flying a kite for the first time.
Oh.
And 3 years old at this point. And I'm with my dad, and I have a little cute kitty Elmo kite, and I'm flying. My dad gets the kite into the air, and he leaves me alone to maneuver by myself, and he goes and he gets the other kite up, because, you know, he, being a little kid he is, wants to fly the kite with me, because he's more of a kid than I am. But, anyway, so he left a 3-year-old to maneuver a kite by themselves. Never have flown a kite before. I ended up getting wrapped up in kite string. I have a scar across my back from it. I have a scar across my hand from it. I would have had 2 across my face if they didn't heal. I cut halfway through one of my fingers to the point where you could see the bone. I couldn't move for 3 days, and my mom didn't talk to my dad for 3 weeks.
I don't know how to fly. So the first time I ever got hurt was in the summertime when I was like 8 probably. And I was in the pool, and I came out of the pool, and long story short, I got chlorine burn on my shoulder from the pool. So I had to go to the ER.
Oh my god.
What is chlorine burn?
It's like acid burn.
Oh shit.
Like,
It was a combination between the chlorine and then I had sunburn too.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
wow.
you don't get into a chlorine pool when you have sunburn.
I do it.
Especially if you're a white, fragile
But anyways,
thing like you.
So I went to the emergency room, and all they basically did for me was tell me I needed to put aloe on it and then bandage it. And I had to use the medical tape on my shoulder, and it hurt a lot. And I used to cry when I used to have to put the medical tape on because I hated it. But yeah, that's the first time I ever got hurt.
I can imagine little baby Amanda just like crying.
This shoulder.
I see that you're bleeding profusely. I say you put some aloe tape on it. Aloe tape.
It's just a flesh wound.
Alright, last one.
Alright.
First fear! Let's
Pedophiles.
see. Naturally. I guess I have a fear of heights. I've always had a natural fear of like really high heights. And I think it definitely solidified my fear when the one time I went on a Ferris wheel was when my brother and my mom basically, you know, kind of said, come on, it's gonna be fine, we'll just go around once and you'll be fine. You're not even gonna be stuck on the top. Well, guess what? The one time I go, these drunk girls, I guess, were like, you know, at the bottom, and so they had to remove them, so we were stuck on the tippy top. And not only was it the top most, like the highest point you could be, it was also very windy that day. So the car literally was like swinging like this. And just the pole in the middle, like where it is, I was just literally clinging onto it and like, was like, I need to get down now.
Other than kites, it was bees. I'm allergic to bees. And this is how I found out. We were playing Kick the Can at summer camp, and I was following a large group of older kids, I guess. And, so we're running through the woods in an area we're not supposed to be in. And
The Forbidden Forest.
what do? Step on a yellow jacket's nest. And I start screaming, start running down the hill, sprinting as fast as I can, run past all the older kids, two of them which got stung, screaming. My friend Justin was up at the top barn, because it's like two different areas, and they're like a mile apart at least. And he could hear me screaming all the way up at the top, and I ended up having to run into the bathrooms, and luckily they had showers, and I had to take a shower in my clothes to kill all of the bees that were on me. And then they ran out of ice packs. So what do I have to use to, like, calm down the bee stings? Because they didn't know I was allergic, so no, I'm not going to the hospital. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
You're swelling up and you're choking on your vomit.
I'm literally, my throat is closing and I'm unrecognizable, but they're like, oh no, you're fine. So I'm sitting there with ice pops on the counter, with ice pops on my bee stings. And my mom comes to pick me up an hour later. I'm in a towel, soaked, unrecognizable, like swollen. And my mom's like, why didn't you guys take her to the hospital? She's not allergic, right? She's never been stung! So my mom rushes me off to the hospital. I have a poison reaction and an allergic reaction. And I had to almost cancel my birthday party because I had hives all over my body for weeks.
How about you, other than peanuts?
I'm not really afraid of much. That's my conclusion I've drawn from this video. I'm not afraid of anything.
Definitely.
Which is not true.
No, it's not true.
So thank you very much, guys, for joining us on Our First Times. If you want to give us some love below, click like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Big lips.
We can't tell.